ambitious professionals, it's Linda Rayner of lindarainer.com, guiding you to a career and life you'll truly enjoy. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you one key strategy on how you can get a job whether you are underqualified or overqualified. As a career strategist, I've been able to help numerous professionals land job offers that provide them with long-term growth potential. And if this is something that you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I can give you details about that at the end of this video. So you are looking for a job. You have updated your resume, you've applied everywhere online, you've tried to network, and you've basically done everything you could to try to increase your chances of getting interviews and therefore a job offer. However, throughout this whole process, you've been noticing that there's been this little voice murmuring in the back of your mind, and it's been saying things like, you don't have enough experience, or you have too much experience, you're overqualified. I see this all the time, and I read comments from people that say, I can't get my foot in the door because I need to have a job to get a job, or they don't value my years of work experience and they're just looking for someone who's younger, more energetic, and cheaper than me. Now, I know it's easy to focus on the negative, but what about when you focus on the people who you know who were in similar situations as you? They were either also underqualified or overqualified, but they ended up successfully getting job offers. They clearly did something that you aren't doing. So now let's channel your energy and let's focus it in a way where we're gonna learn and you're gonna implement my key strategy on how you can get your next job offer, regardless of whether you have a lot of experience or very little experience. And that key strategy can easily be summed up in one word, and that word is focus. Focusing means when either you are writing your resume or you're selling yourself in interviews that you are honing in on the key aspects of the position that you have that happen to be relevant for the role as well. So that means your key skills, technical qualifications, experience, or knowledge. Anything that is related to the role that you have, that the role is asking for, you need to focus in on those key aspects. This is actually one of the concepts that I teach in my course, Top Notch Resume, which is an online self-study course which has been super effective in helping professionals, whether they had little experience or tons of experience, in not only landing interviews but successfully getting job offers by rewriting their resume using my approach. So let's say you're someone who has very little work experience and you consider yourself underqualified for any job that you want to apply to. But at the same time, you want to be a marketing professional. If you've recently graduated and you want to be in a marketing position for your next job, I assume that in your undergrad or college program, you studied some aspects of marketing. So you want to hone in on the key concepts that you learned in that program related to marketing and make sure that you highlight them on your resume. So think of the key concepts that you might have studied that would be relevant for this position. For example, maybe you studied the 3 Ps, product, pricing, and place, or you studied digital social media marketing, or perhaps you studied marketing concepts such as marketing mix, target market, and any other relevant marketing concepts. So what I'm trying to say is just because you don't have the exact marketing experience, it doesn't mean that you can't include the knowledge that you've gained through your education on your resume and in your interviews to help you sell yourself. So that is why it is important for you to focus on those key concepts and making sure that they are relevant to the position. The same concept applies if you happen to be overqualified for certain positions. And again, this concept is in Top Notch Resume, which if you're curious about it, you can go down to the link in the description box after the video. But if you're actually an experienced professional with many years of experience and you're wondering and having trouble with cutting things down to make them more concise, that is actually a great problem to have. Instead of having to rack your brain trying to remember the knowledge and the concepts that you learned back in school as your less experienced counterparts are having to do, You merely have to pick and choose the exact relevant experiences that are appropriate for the position that you're applying to. And the way you'll do this is by focusing in on the keywords on the job description that are important for the employer and making sure that they are mapped onto your resume and are discussed in your interviews. So remember, the key strategy is to focus. Focusing your experiences and your knowledge onto your resume and in your interviews is what's going to attract employers to you and eventually make them want to hire you. And I thought that it would be fun to end things off with a bit of an inspiring quote, specifically on this topic, and it's by Aristotle, and he says, "It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light." Now, if you like this tip and you want some more tips on how you can improve your resume, feel free to download a free copy of my 10 Ultimate Resume Hacks, which is in the description box down below. Or you can also download my free resume samples if you already have those hacks. And otherwise, if you have both of those things and you are ready to dive right in and get some in-depth training on how you can improve your resume and thus your chances of getting your next job offer, then feel free to check out Top Notch Resume. It's my self-study online course which will walk you through step by step on how to create a standout resume that will get you the job. And finally, if you are someone who has been searching for several months now, you've been wanting to find that next dream job offer, but you're struggling, you're not sure of how to sell yourself, and you're ready to get some one-on-one help, feel free to reach out to me. Head on over to lindarainer.com/standoutgethired, read the page, fill out the application form, and if I think that we are a potential match, then I will reach out to you and we will discuss further. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.